Hey, Peter, how are you? I'm doing all right. Can you hear me? Hey, Peter, can you hear me? Oh, good. Thought I'd just do another little live chat on it this afternoon. Hey, Eduardo. How are you, sir? Just hanging out here with the fish and the dogs. What's everybody up to this afternoon? Oh no, being sick is not good. We've had those sicknesses around our house too recently. It is not fun. That's cool, Peter. Yes, feel better soon. I've heard too many people being sick lately. Yep. Glad it's just a cold. I believe I have heard of it, Peter. I haven't. I don't think I've seen it in a long time though. Oh no, 9 teachers out. That's not good. Well, if it's only your first day out, it's they should forgive you on it pretty easily. What do you teach? I've heard of Thunderbirds, Peter. English and theater arts. Cool. Your Christmas show starts tomorrow. there I see. I've seen a couple other people with the that are doing the same thing, participated in the Fish Fam Christmas. I think I missed out. I'm still kind of new to the Fish Fam, so thank you. Oh yeah, all of them have been looking pretty good, Vanessa. Thank you. And hi, yes. I just subscribed to you, Eduardo. My favorite childhood program. Gosh, Saturday morning cartoons. uh, that was the way when we were kids. Saturday morning cartoon. Bugs Bunny, the Roadrunner, Daffy Duck. Uh, yep, all of them. Those were the days. Back when they were good cartoons. That was more my son's age group, although I've seen it. Peter, you know I'm old enough to be your dad. My son is older than you. My son will be 30 this coming March. Oh, I feel old. And my wife is only 37. I'm glad she's not listening. Yeah, I know you're 24, Peter. Excuse me. Frog in my throat. I didn't eat any frog legs. Everybody about ready for Christmas? Oops, am I supposed to say the holiday? I'm not politically correct. I say Christmas. I hope everybody else does. Oh, and Eduardo, when my wife and I started dating, she was 24 and I was 42, and I told her I started counting backwards, so I'm actually younger than she is now. I'm in my early 30s now. We're doing we did more like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree this year because we're in a cramped little rental until our house gets built. Taking forever. You started counting backwards too, Vanessa? Is that what you're saying? You still look like you're 21 anyway. 25 at the most. Don't tell Harry that I'm flirting with you. Don't tell Gina I'm flirting with you either. You just stopped counting at 29. I never act my age anyway, so most people tell me I don't look my age. So why should I act it? I don't think I know that one, Peter. No, she didn't get to work from home today. Um, she had to go in to the main VA campus in Miami for a department Christmas party. So she's going to be late tonight. Just keep rocking that 29. Well, the party was this morning, so she actually had to work this afternoon from the main campus and do video, take video patients. My dad would have told me that I was still wet behind the ears if I was your age, Peter. Hey, Nancy, how are you? Good to see you. I took in a water sample to the fish store today. They told me my pH was a little on the low side. So I ended up picking up some stuff to put in to help that out. It was still within the limits, but it was bordering low. Other than that, everything was pretty well normal. I didn't get anything else. Oh, I got a hand scraper, so I could reach the parts where can't reach with the magnetic scraper. Elena, I kind of stirred up the sand. I cheated. Hopefully next week when I go back and test the water, it'll be a little better, and then I'm going to pick up some shrimp that'll work on the sand. Maybe maybe a starfish. We're having our boat detailed, and we told each other that was our Christmas present to ourselves. So like I said a while ago, we've just got a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It was a little cheap thing. I think it's about 2 foot tall and already had lights on it, some little white lights. Thank you, Elena. It looks better in the video than it does in person to me. I can see I did some scraping of the glass and stirred things up, so it looks a little dingy to me, but it looks better on the camera. Yeah, Peter, I wasn't a Johnny Bravo fan. My son, I think, probably watched it, but I knew who that was. I vaguely remember Danger Mouse. I try not to tell our age here, Nancy. Oh, well, I already told mine a while ago, but that's cool, Peter. If you want to call it a gift, Nancy, I'll let you call it a gift. I wish I could trade out body parts and have a gift. Somebody give me a good back and neck. Uh, Maybe trade. I don't think anybody'd want mine though. Not to give up their good back. Maybe some new knees because my knees are going bad too. Uh, yep, Rocky and Bullwinkle, Mr. Moose. Rocky the Flying Squirrel and Bullwinkle the Moose. Hey Nora, how are you? Everybody, check out the Stock Explorer. Nora, she's always got a good live every day. Everybody can drop your links if you want. I don't mind. A lot of you know each other though, so Eduardo, are you still there? Or are you sick and on your deathbed there? Not in bed. That's good. Glad you're not on your deathbed. Oh, water change time. For for me, I actually had that discussion with the lady at the at the fish store today. She told me not to change the water yet. She said hold off because I've added I've been adding fish to the tank, and then I had an anemone die. So she said it could be just going through a cycle. She said hold off till next week, and after I put these chemicals in, we test it again, and then we'll decide if we need a water change. I've had this saltwater tank for about a month and a half is all. So it's still roughly new. I had fish tanks in the past, saltwater fish tanks in the past, but that was 15 to 20 years ago. So I've kind of forgot things and haven't relearned them. I also didn't have corals back then. So this is a new route for me having corals. I forget the names of all my corals. I know I've got two leathers, the Duncan, and then I've got an anemone in there, but I forgot what the others are called. The Charlie Brown Christmas tree is epic. Yeah, my salt my salt level, my salinity uh, was about right on. I had to. I was a little shy on water today in the tank, so I had to add about a gallon, and that pretty much put me right back to where I'm supposed to be. Peter, I think I have seen Charlie Brown the movie. Yeah, I think I had a touch of ammonia. The pH is a little low. And she said that the anemone dying, and I had one snail die. Um, those two things can, along with adding everything I've put in there, could knock things off a little bit, take them a little longer to settle down, cycle through. So I held off on getting the shrimp and the uh, starfish today. Don't want to put too much stuff in there before it's ready. I just got to be careful what starfish I put in there because certain starfish will attack your coral, and then you don't have coral. So I got to watch what I get. I don't want anything that gets too big because since it's only a 20-gallon tank. I also don't want something that's just going to bury itself and never come out. I want it to work. I've seen Finding Nemo, I don't know how many times, Peter. Grandkids will do that to you. Actually, I saw it before the grandkids, so it it was a cute movie. Thank you, Elena. Yeah, I'm considering getting a couple of fire shrimp or yellow shrimp. I had that discussion with the fish expert today too, and they said the yellow shrimp would probably be a little bit better. The fire ones tend to hide where the yellow ones come out and actually work. And then I've got the the royal grandma that has been trying to bury one of my corals, one of the soft corals. She's been digging out from behind down in the middle and kicking sand, spitting sand back out all over it. I kind of dug it out today, and she's gonna have to start all over. Yes, I have, Peter. I've seen Finding Dory. That was a cute movie. And then I'm not sure if you can see it. If you can see over behind the Duncan, you'll see the green dragnet mandarin. Kind of hard to see. He hides a lot. His name's Manny. Manny the mandarin. Understandable, Peter. So we named the royal grandma Queenie, Manny the mandarin, the dragonet mandarin. The little blue fish is Mr. B for Mr. Blue. We lost one of our clownfish. We lost Ziggy, so one of them's name is Marley. That's the one that's off kind of by itself to the one side where the other two are together. The other two, we haven't came up with names. We've been kind of trying to toss things around. Oh, I don't know, Peter. That would be a hard one to guess or to say. I don't really know. Yeah, Ziggy was the real dark clownfish. He got sucked into the pump to the blower, and I think the others have been kind of picking on him right before it happened. I saw him kind of messing with him, so I don't know if something happened. but now one Marlin or Marley kind of seems like the odd one out at times. Gina and I were talking about names for the other two, and she was saying maybe Marlin. And I said, "We already have Marley, so how do we have? You don't really want Marlin for a name. It's too close to Marley, I think." Sometimes Marley will hang out with the others. Yeah. So what's a good name for the two other fish? One male. Let's name one male and one female, just to say one, because clownfish, when you've got a group of them, only one is going to be a female, and the rest are going to be males. And the female will be the biggest in the group. And what a lot of people don't realize is if the female dies or gets eaten or something, swims off, gets eaten, the next biggest male will change to female, will convert to female, and be the female of the group. So I figure one of these three would turn out to be a male or a female somehow. I hope. I'd love to see them have babies. I don't know. This tank's not that big though, so Peter, what's a couple fishy names that you like? Like Sylvie. I have to talk to my wife. I kind of like that one, Krusty the Clown. Well, we named Sylvie after a character in a TV show called. We named her after a girl named Sylvie on Chicago Fire. I don't know if you probably don't have that show over there. Hey, Nova. Welcome. Hey, Nova. You have any kind of female fish name for one of the clownfish? Pebbles. Swim Shady. Katie Current. Nice. I got to pass all these on to the wife when she comes home. She's running to get on the train right now, she said. I don't know if I know Angie from Shark Tale. Someone had already told me, it said Angel. Drawing names out of a hat. Yeah. Marina and Angelica. Aquamarina. Atlanta. Oh, Sylvie. Sylvie just sneezed on me. Bless you. There she is. If you can hear me, sweetie, look at the comments for the names of fish. Someone suggested Krusty the Clown, like on The Simpsons, for one of them. And then I was trying to figure out a female name. That's not a female name, though. Sylvie. I kind of like the Krusty the Clown. Mona Lisa. Is that really fishy though? Sandy the squirrel. Go over here. Stay out of stuff. M names. Well, people said Marina. Go with Marie. Marie or Maria. Marina. I see Queenie in the reflection of one of the side glasses. Maya. Marie from the cat from Aristocats. Is Maria fishy enough though? I know cats like fish. Memphis. Mundelein. So where you came from? Hey, Marine Tankress, how are you? What type of fish belongs in a circus? A clownfish. Da, 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 da. Monroe. Russ, we're trying to pick out a female name for one of the clownfish. And my wife kind of thought maybe an M name. What did the shark say when he ate the clownfish? I don't know that one. This tastes funny. Nice. I like that. Queenie is not an M. I don't know what else starts with Q. There you go, sweetie. Russ had one melody. I should have named this stream Fish Naming 101. Nancy. Mabel. Mabel sounds like an old lady. Molly. Elena. Nancy. Oh, I thought you were saying name it Nancy. You're laughing at Nancy's comment. Hey, JB, how are you? JB, everybody, Julie is JB. I always forget that until after I've already said JB, but that's Julie. Molly sounds like it might be a winner on that clownfish. For those of you who are there, I hope you enjoyed the live stream this morning after I finally got it going and got the mic to work. It took me like 5 or 6 streams to cancel and fight with it finally to get it to work. I don't know why it wasn't working properly at first, but thank you for those that stuck with me and kept on coming in. It was being a pain. I actually had to do some kind of rigging with it that I hadn't done, that wasn't how I've been using it. So there's 3 clownfish. One of them's name is, oh geez, all of a sudden the one that's kind of by itself is Marley. And then the one that's kind of darker has a little bit of black on it. I kind of want to name it Krusty. That's what somebody else came up with, like Krusty the Clown. And then I think we came up with Molly for the other one. Or Marlin instead of Krusty. When the wife speaks, you got to listen. So Marlin and Marley. Marley and Marlin. And Molly. There's Queenie poking her head out. Oh, but she went back in. Yeah, I like the black, the one that's got the black on it. Thanks, Nancy. That is true, Russ. Hey, Peter, thanks for sticking around and helping us, trying to help us with names. I hope you have a good evening and get some sleep. Stay nice and warm. Molly's Lolly. Uh, get all curled up in your blankets. You're get all snug as a bug in a rug. I don't know where Wiggle Butts went. Vanessa must have been busy doing something because she hadn't been in here for a while. I have a feeling she probably has the channel streaming, but she's probably busy doing something with Jupiter. Oh yeah, she was cooking chili, but I know Jupiter is being a handful too. I told her that picture where she was holding Jupiter yesterday when she didn't get any sleep the night before. I told her it looked like one of them was looking to put the other up for adoption, and she didn't look. She looked so tired. That is true. Hey, Eduardo, my wife popped in. I'm guessing she's still in here. I think she named them Marlin and Molly. She wanted M names to match the other fish that have M names. Oh, there she is, Godiva. Are we changing now, Lady Godiva or Godiva chocolates? Could have named her Elvira. That came back a little later after the wife came in and said that. Yeah, chocolate. I agree. Chocolate's always a good thing. Malficient. Eduardo, I like the way you're thinking. Always something to be said about a woman who can ride a horse, be it naked or not. Portable happiness, nice. I love me some chocolate. Russ is awake now. Yeah, you'll just tell them they can't have the portable happiness. Oh, I saw Queenie for a minute. Queenie likes to hide. Yes, it is. That's why I've been eating my dark chocolate cashews. They're almost gone. Gonna have to get some more. Should have got more when I got them. Nice. Oh, and that was another thing I did. I changed the filter this morning. Or yeah, this morning. So who knows what all could have been causing the pH to be a little off and the alkalinity. Mm. Dark chocolate cashews are good. Mm. It was just a touch low. It was within normal range, but on the low side. Yes, anything covered in chocolate, just about anything is delicious. Oh my, Russ. Let's keep this PG, people. I don't know. Everybody's an adult in here, I think. That's probably true, Julie. Thank you, Nora. I don't think anybody's grown up. Old enough to know better, still too young to care though. Oh, wife is getting off the train, so she won't be on the stream because she has to get in her car now. Everybody say bye to wifey Gina Dimples. Thank you, Julie. Just Gina, not Regina. Hi, Mr. Rock. It's quite all right. I know I should have stopped at that massage parlor next to the fish place today. It's kind of achy. Only 3 clowns. The 4th one didn't make it. The 4th clown we had was named Ziggy, and he decided to bite the dust by getting too close to the blower and got sucked onto it. Yeah, poor little Ziggy. He was my favorite. He was completely black except for just a little bit of orange on his nose. Ziggy got flushed. That is true, Julie. And I have chronic pain. Uh, Most of you probably don't know my story. I'm a disabled vet. I was in an accident while I was in the military. I was actually run over by an 18-wheeler. And my body hurts. And the chilly weather makes it hurt worse. That's why I live in South Florida. So, because it doesn't get this chilly all the time. And luckily it warms up during the day, but I don't have orchids, Eduardo, but maybe I should add them to I've got pineapples. Maybe I should put them in my pineapple beds. Thank you so much, Julie. My wife works for the VA, so she gets to pay veterans all day, every day. Yeah, I've got about 20 pineapple plants, roughly, maybe more, in different stages. I should be getting probably about 6 pineapples this next year. Thank you, Elena. Yeah, no more dying fish. You fishies, did you hear that? Eduardo said no more dying fish. Stay away from the blower motor and behave and don't poop too much. Oh, and I'm also cutting back to feeding them just once a day instead of twice a day. That could be part of my problem. I don't like dying fish. They cost too much money and you get attached to them. Okay, everybody, you've got me for at least another 55 minutes because that's how long it says. My wife said the GPS says it's going to take her to drive that 20 miles to come home. Hindo and Rita. Rita understands my pain. Rita, how are you feeling? No, Miami. Yeah, those darn daredevil fish. Might have to be the one you like the best. There you go, Hendo. Eat your chocolate since you're not feeling well. Or Rita. You're in Lehigh Acres. How bad did you get anything during the storm this last year or earlier this year? I We live in Homestead now, but we were living in Cape Coral till just a couple months before the hurricane. My son lives in North Fort Myers. Yeah, I think it just blew just a little north of you. The biggest part of it, didn't it? I know the edge of the eye just went right over my son. So he about lost his roof. Tried to come off his house, but it luckily didn't. He saw the roof come off two other houses in his neighborhood. Yeah, we sold our house just in time. Yeah, my son was panicking like you wouldn't believe. He actually walked outside in the storm and saw the roof come off of two houses. So he ran back inside after saying some choice words. He sent me a video he was taking, and he said some choice words and ran in the house because he thought it was the roofs were going to come over and hit him. His cars took a little damage, but then his roof tried to lift off. Hendo, the fish are all good right now. We were just talking about Ziggy who didn't make it, who got sucked into the blower motor last week. Yeah, you guys got pounded by rain. A lot of flooding that went on. Oh yeah, that flooding was terrible. I I hate to say I'd love to see what happened to the house that I used to own over there, but I haven't been back over in that area. What are you eating? What did you find on the floor? It's a piece of grass. Well, they've also decided to play truth or dare with with the jellyfish. I swear, one day, one of three of them were all just swimming there together, just real close to it, and one of them decided to go down and touch it, and it was after I found out after I already got the jellyfish that these aren't the kind of jellyfish that clownfish like. Yeah, and the black one. I thought you knew about that one. Yeah, I can just imagine how Fort Myers looks. It's devastating. Yeah, there's a little bitty bluefish. It's a wrasse that's swimming around in there. That's Mr. B. There's a green a green dragonet mandarin in there that he likes to hide in the shadows most of the times. Then there's and his name's Manny. There's the Royal Grandma, which is named Queenie, which she's been kind of poking her head out over on the side. And then the three clownfish now. ADHD. Rita, you're that's cute. Yes, he is a shadow dweller most of the time. I can see him out right now. He's hiding behind the Duncan coral. So he's right over there near the clownfish, just down from it behind the Duncan coral. All the fish are on one side of the tank. And then the corals are spread out. So, Julie, how chilly did it get up there last night in your area? It's a 20-gallon, Eduardo. Wife told me I couldn't get a bigger tank until we moved into our new house. I want at least 150-gallon is my wish. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have to move 150-gallon that had been set up. Yeah, we were about 59 degrees out this morning, I think it was. Right down there, 60. And it warmed up pretty quick. Oh my. That's a big tank. 58 is cold to my body. Because it just aches so bad whenever it gets chilly like that. My body likes the 80s and 90s. Yep. And it's going from chilly to warm to chilly to warm weather is what'll get you sick. Oh yeah, that fog that we get down here, you don't get that kind of fog everywhere. I like to stay inside, but when it's chilly, but I go out. I'm the good husband, and I go out and turn my wife's car around and warm it up for her. And I know Elena gets cold. She gets that snow. I know Hindo's got, or Rita's got snow too. I haven't had to put a heater in this tank yet. I've I've almost had trouble keeping it down to 77 degrees. So I've got a fan going just to kind of keep it right there about that temperature. You got a lot of the same, some of the same stuff I've got. Arthritis in my lumbar spine. Well, my arthritis goes through my whole spine, all the way up. Stenosis in my neck, sciatic issues on both sides, nerve damage on the right side that runs all the way down into my hand. Yes, it is. I'm glad. I'm from Missouri originally, so I know what cold is. And I went to boot camp in Great Lakes, Illinois, in the middle of the winter, and so I know what cold weather is. I shoveled 2 foot of snow at 2 o'clock in the morning, the wind chill of 60 below when I was in boot camp, January, February of 1987 or 1988. Whew, I know what that cold is. It's not any fun. Yeah, Rita, you use Celsius, don't you? -10 Celsius. I agree with you, Eduardo. I haven't been up to the family Christmas in 4 years now because it gets too cold. There's nothing wrong with playing hard like boys do. Still cold though. But Nancy, you don't live in Florida, do you? Where are you at? I thought you were in the cold weather. Nothing wrong with a tomboy, Julie. Oh yeah, we threw goldfish in the ponds up north, and they grew up. They grew to be over a foot long. They love those ponds, and they ice over during the winter. It doesn't bother them a bit. Yeah, Rita, one of my other subscribers, Twisted Koi, he's in England and he's outside in the snow with his koi ponds. Oh, Northern California, Nancy. That's it's chilly over there. Oh, look at Queenie spitting out the sand. She's digging a hole back in the back and she spits it out all over the coral that's right in front. Queenie's a bad girl. Look at see there, she was just spitting again. That's a tomboy right there. Queenie is spitting. She's going to town digging that hole back there in the back. It's a Royal Gamma, Nora. Oh yeah, she's making her space. That's funny, Julie. I hope you don't get the snow, Nancy. I tell my son he's the closest thing I had to a daughter. Uh, I got to make fun of him, you know. Yeah, there were four of us boys and one girl, and she was the youngest. So she did stuff, and we got in trouble for it. But she was Mama's little princess, so she didn't have to do any of the chores. Oh, I remember jumping bikes. We'd make we moved out to the country, and we had loads of dirt, truckloads of dirt hauled in to level the yard, and we would dig trenches and jump them with our bikes. And then when the dirt was all leveled out, there was a creek, and we would put a board up and jump the creek on the bike. Oh, those days, the days when we were kids. These kids these days don't understand. I tried to give my son some of the knowledge of stuff that we did when we were kids, but we had so much fun. There weren't any street lights. You came home when it was dark. There weren't any cell phones or pagers, and you were always at your friend's house. Yep. I used to jog about or run about 10 miles a day and bike 6 miles a day when I was a kid. Played sports, baseball, basketball, and ran cross country. Never home except for to eat and sleep. Yep. We had the hose outside with the well, and my grandparents had an outhouse. During the winter, that was pure hell. You'd freeze your testicles off if you had to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night or during the day. 10, 15 degrees during the winter, and ice on the ground sometimes, or snow, and you have to go out to the outhouse. Yeah, not fun. Nope. When I was 17, I crashed my car. I ran off the road. It was late. It was dark, and my girlfriend had broke up with me. Well, her parents broke us up. We were getting ready to go to an Air Supply concert, so I was about 3 miles from my house. I ran off into the ditch of a farmer on some farmer's land, and it was about 9 o'clock at night. And I was lucky that this house actually answered the door when I knocked. 3 miles, I had to call collect because it was a different city. Oh, we were never. Yeah, we were never supervised as kids. My grandmother had a leather barber strap. I saw one of my cousins get a whipping once. I never got a whipping with that belt. I knew better. Air Supply in Chicago, REO Speedwagon. Those were the days. My wife is 18 years younger than me, and guess what? She likes those bands, those old 80s stuff. I love it. We lit. She turns on Pandora and has a station of the 80s that we have streaming at night when we go to sleep. It's on for like 4 hours. Wooden spoons, yes. We lived out in the country. We didn't have street lights. We better be in before it got dark, though. If we got in trouble, my and we had to get a whipping, or my dad would send us out to cut a sassafras switch off the sassafras tree. That's right, Nancy. No comment. Oh, yep. Uh, we had we had there were seven of us, five kids plus mom and dad. We had a big garden, and then we had cattle and chickens and pigs. So if we weren't playing sports or in school or something, we were either pulling weeds out of the garden, feeding the livestock. We raised about 200 baby chickens every year and butcher them and put them in our freezer. If you haven't done that, you haven't lived. Those poor little chickens, you cut their head off with an axe, and then you got to hold on to them so they don't flop around and bruise themselves. Then you got to hold the talons and dunk them down in scalding hot water, pull them out and pull the feathers off, all the quill feathers. And then mom would cut them up. Yep. Then mom would butcher them, cut them up, and we'd pack them and put them in the freezer. Oh. Snitches get stitches, right? Oh, I bet they were good. We'd go hunting for rabbit and squirrel, as well as deer or turkey, quail. We'd go fishing. We didn't know what a grocery store was. I mean, one of my uncles was a grade A dairy farmer, so there's where we got our milk. We went to the Amish to get eggs. Once a year, the Amish would butcher their chickens and raise new ones for eggs. So they'd sell their chickens, butchered chickens, for $1 a piece. And then we had a huge garden. So very rarely did we ever go to the grocery store. There wasn't much that we needed to go for. Because then we had cattle for the beef. We had pigs for sausage and bacon and pork. Oh, mom wouldn't spank us. She would tell us to wait until our dad got home. Or until our dad got up, because sometimes our dad worked nights. So if he was still asleep when we got home and we got in trouble for something, see you later, Nancy. Thank you. Hope you have a good afternoon. Yeah, Julie, fishing with dad and grandpa. Yep, Eduardo, it came from the garden. In 5th grade, I got in a fight at school. The teacher broke it up between me and this other kid. And she said, "What happened?" And I said, "He started the effing fight." I got 2 swats. The kid got 3. I had a basketball game that night. And my dad, who had been asleep all day, came to the basketball game. I got a ride to the basketball game. And during the basketball game, I looked up in the crowd and I saw my dad, and I saw my teacher showed up to my basketball game. And my heart just sunk into my sunk in my chest down into my stomach, and I felt sick to my stomach. Couldn't hardly play the game. Boy, I got swats that night when I got home. Oh yeah, memories. Yeah, we got in the truck and my dad said, he was real quiet. He said, "Where's the note?" And I stuttered and said, "On your desk or on your dresser." So yeah, I was hoping he wouldn't know about it until after the game, but he knew about it during the game. Or I was hoping he wouldn't know it until we got home. Guys, it's about time to put these fish to bed. I got to turn on blue lights. And when I turn on blue lights, you can't see a thing on the screen. Let me see how it looks. Oops, now I messed up. Darn it. I'm pushing buttons and I gotta put my glasses on because I started pushing the wrong buttons. Rita, you go take a nap. Go to sleep. I know it's late for you. Ooh, that's bright. Sorry, fishes. So there's what the fish tank looks like when I've got them on blue lights. Oh, when it's on video. Oh, those clownfish look pretty cool though. Craig, how are you? You came in just as I put the fish to bed. I turned on their blue lights. Thank you for coming in. I don't know if you're still here. Yeah, Rita, you go to bed. Take Hendo out and go to bed. Tank looks kind of freaky in the blue light. So that's funny, Julie. Well, heck, she smacked you first. You got to punch her. Yeah, I can see the clownfish. That's about it. Darn spasms in my back. Sorry, all. We got suspended from school once for one day. We found out our one of our teachers was not going to be, her contract wasn't going to be renewed, and so it spread through the school like wildfire. So the next morning we had a walkout. We all walked out in the hallway of every classroom, freshmen all the way to seniors, and sat down in the hallways. We'd already called this. We'd already called the newspaper and the TV station. They were there at the school. We got suspended for a day. They renewed her contract that night. Geez, I hate to go with 11 people in the room. If you guys don't mind the blue fish tank, it's really not that blue in person. I don't have a filter. I wish I had a filter, the right filter for it. Thanks, Vanessa. We'll try not to talk bad about you. Served her right. Oh, well, thank you, Craig. I got to make sure that I'm sub to you too. For some odd reason, I think I am, but I'm going to double check. No, I is not. Gosh. I'll make sure I watch a video. I'll watch a couple videos. We got to make sure these. Hey, got to keep our fish family together. That's right. Jealousy gets you nowhere. I've got about 10 minutes before the wife is going to be home, people. So I can hang out for a few more minutes and then I'm going to scoot because she'll want to have dinner. Rita, I thought you were going to bed. You sick puppy. Oh, you did. You're still just hanging out here with us. Rita had to listen so we didn't talk bad about her. I don't think I could say anything bad about Rita. She's so sweet. We love Rita. We're not telling stories, Rita. You know you're loved. You and Hindo both. Well, if anybody comes in this room right now, they're gonna think it's that their videos all that the video is all messed up. I'm just me, Rita. Who's got juicy stories left to tell? Julie, I know you've probably got more stories you could tell. Love you too, Rita. I'm sure that is true, Julie. Those are the best ones. My email is in my about section. If you ever want to send me those stories. Oh, the stories I could tell. Oh my. My ex, my son's mother, is subscribed to my dog channel that I have. I don't know why my son told her about it. But she doesn't know about this one. So I can talk bad about her. Oh my. Oh, what are you dogs crying for? Because I shut you out of the room. You're just in here causing trouble. I thought my ex was gone from my life until, well, I got custody of my son when he was born. And by the time he was a year and a half old, she was gone. And only saw him once a year till he was about 7, and then disappeared until he was 20. Unfortunately, then I had to hear from her again. You're not sorry, Elena. Caesar, you shouldn't be pulling her hair. That is so true. We had an antenna to pick up 3 stations. With aluminum foil, that is right. And you had to stand up there and tune it in, and you weren't allowed to move. It came in just right. That's funny, Eduardo. Hey. Really? You want your ears scratched. You scratch behind your ears. Yeah. So you liked all the sports, the athletes, Julie? Yeah, Sylvie came over and put her paws up on my legs and stuck her head out. So I'm scratching her behind the ears. She's a big baby. Yes, aren't you? You're a big baby. Oh. Oh, bless you. Sneezers. Hi, Rocky. Yes, I haven't forgot about you. I'll scratch your back. Yeah, little guy. Oh, I hate to go, everybody, but I got to go get ready for the wife to come home. We'll have to do this again tomorrow. Everybody have a good evening. Stay safe out there. Stay warm. That's how it happens, Eduardo. They like you, so they beat on you. Thank you, Julie. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.